And let me just go live here on YouTube, and then we'll get the party started. My name is Ben Azadi, and I'm the best-selling author of Keto Flex, and I'm very excited to be live with you. We took the last 2 weeks off, and we're back in action for our usual Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time Q&A, where I answer the most common questions regarding keto and fasting and fat loss and health and nutrition and sleep and carnivore and autoimmune disease. I mean, whatever you want to talk about, you are going to lead the way here with your questions. So welcome, first and foremost, to those who are live with me. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. You might be at lunchtime at work or breakfast time if you're on the West Coast, or if you're in the UK, it might be close to dinner time. But thank you for spending some time with me. Let me know where you're watching from, whether you're on the replay or you're live with me right now. I have a huge announcement I'm going to share very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. But Eddie Edwards, I want to welcome you to the Super membership on YouTube. Thanks for joining. I see Ann Mulder. I see a question here that came through on Instagram that I'm going to scroll up to. Biohack Lab. Good to see my friends over at Caroline and Natasha. Good to see y'all. Okay, question is about what will be the fat to protein ratio on keto? Good question. So it's going to depend on where you are at in your keto journey. If you're brand new to keto and it's your first 7 or 14 days, it's going to be considered a high-fat diet for you. And when I say high-fat diet, I mean you want to make sure you're eating about 80% plus healthy fats in those first 7 to 14 days until we get you into ketosis, until we get you fat adapted, which takes about 7 to 14 days. Once you're in ketosis, and we verify that by testing blood ketones, 0.5 or higher, beta hydroxybutyrate on that blood meter. Once we verify that, then we actually lower the fat and we focus on protein. Protein ratio, I mean, there's not a fat to protein ratio. We make it even simpler than that when I teach my Keto Camp Academy students. I encourage them to get 1 gram of protein per pound of your ideal body weight. So, for example, let's say hypothetically somebody weighs 180 pounds. Their goal is to get to 135 pounds. They're going to consume 135 grams of protein per day, ideally from animal-based protein versus plant-based protein, which is more absorbable. There's not as many anti-nutrients. You get much more benefits with animal protein versus plant-based protein. Now, what about the fat? You're only going to consume the fat that naturally comes with the protein. There's not a ratio or a percentage you want to hit. Takes the confusion out of things, makes it easy. The protein is going to keep you full. The protein is going to help with fat loss. The protein is going to help with different mechanisms. It activates signals in your body, such as cholecystokinin, leptin, peptide YY. These are hormones and signals and chemicals and messengers from your stomach to the brain and vice versa that tell you you're satiated, you're full. No need to eat the carbs or the extra fat or to overeat. So that's very important. So that's what we teach, and that's what I would recommend. Okay. Before I get to the next questions, I see some questions coming up. I have a huge announcement. So I want to announce that right now, and then we're going to get to some more questions. You ready for it? Let me know. Say, Ben, I'm ready. What's the damn announcement? I'm ready, Ben. Okay, here we go. We are going to be hosting another keto challenge. This is going to be a 5-day keto challenge. I believe this is our 9th one that we've done in the last few years. And it's going to take place October 2nd, Monday, October 2nd, 2023, all week until October 6th, Friday. For 5 days, we are going to be teaching live for those who join, and this is free. We're going to be teaching you the latest on keto, the latest research, the cutting edge research on keto, fasting, carnivore, keto flexing, autoimmune health, diabetes. I mean, you're going to learn more about your metabolism and cell biology and keto and fasting than you've ever done before in those 5 days. Every day we go live for an hour and a half to 2 hours. and I have some special guest speakers who are gonna be joining me. Those special guest speakers include the Keto Camp coaches. Coach Alina is going to be teaching you about digestion and the importance of having a strong why and preparing your meals and having a structure in place. So we have Coach Alina Nazari who's going to be teaching us during these 5 days. We also have Coach Becky Niles, who is a circadian rhythm master. I learned so much about how our hormones are synced to Mother Nature and how we could optimize our ketones and glucose and connection is going out. Here we go. We could optimize our glucose and ketones and enhance our fat burning mechanisms. Coach Becky Niles is going to teach about that. Thyroid health, carnivore, blood sugars, how to track that, CGMs. She's going to give us a masterclass on that. And then we have Coach Jonathan Shane, aka the Keto Road. He's going to be teaching us about how to use keto for strength and performance, how women should do keto and fasting differently than men, and so much more. On top of that, we are going to be giving away, get this, over $20,000 in free prizes. $20,000 in free prizes. It's free to join us. If you go to ketocampchallenge.com, or if you're watching on Instagram or on TikTok, if you click the link in my bio, there's a link that says free 5-day keto challenge. That's how you get signed up for it. Or go to ketocampchallenge.com. And once you go there, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to see, and I'm showing my screen here if you're watching on YouTube and Facebook, but ketocampchallenge.com goes right to this page right here. And you're going to see as you scroll down, you would click this button right here, and then you would put your name and email and register for it. So you'll learn more about it. We're going to be teaching what we teach our Keto Camp Academy students within these 5 days. And you'll see some screenshots. We've done some challenges before. You can see your speakers here, your guest speakers here, Becky, John, and Alina. October 2nd through the 6th. You can see our sponsors. Let me tell you what we're giving away. We're going to be giving away 6 months worth of free coffee from Purity Coffee. We're going to be giving away some electrolyte powders and sea salt from Real Salt. We're going to be giving away a Paleo Valley bundle, beef sticks, apple cider vinegar supplements, and so much more. We're going to be giving away Dr. Ben Bickman's Health Code Shakes, keto meal replacement shakes, some bone broth, some exogenous ketones, some plant-based pure form, which is an alternative to rancid fish oil. We're going to give away 5 keto mojos and so much more. All you need to do is go to ketocampchallenge.com and register for it. ketocampchallenge.com. So I'm very excited. This is going to be amazing. And we're going to give away also a year membership to our signature course, the Keto Camp Academy, for free. So it's ketocampchallenge.com. Put it in your calendar. I love that you've been on 4 of them already. You're amazing. Okay, let's get to some more questions here. I saw some questions roll through on YouTube. Hey, Veronica, good to see you. Good morning, Anna. Good to see you. Monica, this is I love it. Bedtime. David, good to see you as well. Let's see. Keto challenge will rock. That is right. Paleo Valley is my favorite too. Thank you, Alina, for your help. Do you eat fruit on keto? Says Deb's Journey. Uh, if your goal is to be in ketosis, not so much. You might get away with a few blueberries and maybe some berries in general. So there's depending on the person, you get avocado is a fruit, so you could get away with some avocado. It's a low glycemic fruit. The berries should be okay as long as you're having maybe half a cup to a cup maximum. But in general, you're not having too much fruit on keto. I do have a video on my 9 favorite low carb fruits. That I forget the list. It's going to be, I think, blueberries, um, raspberries, avocados, olives. These are all fruits and a few coconut and a few others. So you could get away with a few, but when you practice keto flexing, there's more room for fruit, and that's what I typically do on my flex days. So that would be what I would recommend. All right, next question is from Frenchie Nurse. Come join us. Let's see. I have a hard time getting back into ketosis after a flex day too. Maybe Miguel, you didn't get keto adapted before you started flexing. So we're gonna talk more about that during the challenge. So if you wanna join us, we'll talk a little bit more about the difference between being fat adapted and keto adapted. The goal is to get keto adapted, and then you flex out, and if you've done it right the way that we teach it, you should be able to get back into ketosis within 24, 32 hours after you flexed out. If you're not seeing that, then maybe you didn't get keto adapted beforehand, and we could teach you how to do that. We will teach that. If you're getting diarrhea after you break a fast, you might be eating too much too soon. You might wanna incorporate some bitters to support your liver's ability to produce bile. That's gonna help break down fat and prevent diarrhea. If you're eating the bitters and you're still getting diarrhea or loose stools, then you wanna maybe incorporate a supplement that has ox bile in it. That's a liver bile issue, when you have loose stools or diarrhea. So, you might wanna incorporate some bitters or some things that will support the liver. Now, some advanced tips for the liver is coffee enemas, PC pushes, different things you can do, real detox, but that's what I would recommend for the diarrhea. Joanne is registered, I love it, and I appreciate you, you're awesome. Not a lot of questions on YouTube today. Where's everybody at on YouTube? There's some more questions on TikTok and Instagram. Alright, TikTok, I see a question here. "Hey, bro, what do you think about cooking with pork fat on keto?" Yeah, pork fat is fine as long as it's from a high quality pork. So lard is what you're referring to. As long as it's non-hydrogenated and it's from a pastured, uh, pig that's, heritage raised, organic food given to that pig. If it's a healthy pig, that lard is totally fine. I personally don't cook and eat a lot of pork, but I cook and I rotate my cooking oils. Sometimes I'll use avocado oil or coconut oil or high quality olive oil or beef tallow. I like to rotate those. Is it okay to break a fast with banana, kiwi, and blueberries followed by lunch an hour? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't break a fast with so much sugar and fructose. I would instead break a fast with protein and fat versus high carbs. All that is a lot of carbohydrates. So instead of that, I would have maybe steak neck, eggs and turkey bacon, a protein shake, bone broth. That's gonna be much better than all that fruit to break a fast with. DJ Nutritious, what's up, my friend? Cheers, Ben. Long time doing keto, diet variation, etcetera. The thing I've noticed most is more intolerance to fruit and sugar than ever before. Maybe that's okay, but the effects of consuming fruit and sugar are very noticeable. That's interesting. I wonder if it's specific fruit that you're having and noticing that, or have you tested maybe you're okay with, like, watermelon and papaya, but banana and apples you're not, and what are you noticing? Is it a high glucose response or maybe some joint pain? There might be some fruits you could get away with. Like, personally, I do well with watermelon, banana, and, cantaloupe on my higher carb keto flex days. So it's kind of and blueberries. So it depends on, maybe the fruit, but I'm curious to know what you've noticed there. A says, I want to start keto. Should I start intermittent fasting first? I'm entirely new to this. I just bought your book." Well, thanks for getting the book. First of all, the book's gonna explain that we do keto before intermittent fasting, and I'll give you the structure for that in the book. So follow it to a T, and then join us for our upcoming free 5-day keto challenge, and we'll give you so much more, in actionable steps. So ketocampchallenge.com, and I'm excited to hear about your results, by the way. Adapting the mindset to eat organ meat. Yeah, crunchy nurse, if you're having issue eating the actual organ meat, it's okay to supplement. We like, Paleo Valley's organ meat complex. We like, Pluck has a seasoning with organ meat. They're good. We have coupon codes with both of them, which is Keto Camp. What was your normal job before your lifestyle change? Who, me? The last time I had a normal job was in 2009. I was working as a manager at a packing and shipping store. Um, I was there for about 4.5 years, and then I went through my weight loss transformation, health transformation, and I ended up leaving that job. That was my last job, and then starting my own company as a personal trainer, and then opening up a CrossFit gym, and now I'm 100% virtual. So the last normal job was 2009. I was a packing and shipping manager at a packing and shipping store, and I was 25 years old. Now I just turned 39 last week. Please suggest the best ways to reduce high sensitivity C-reactive protein on keto, says Lisa. Great question. So HSCRP, the best way is number one, to stay away from vegetable oils and seed oils. Instead, consume saturated fat and monounsaturated fat. So the fats that we approve of are going to be real olive oil, real avocado oil, beef tallow, grass-fed butter, grass-fed ghee. We want to avoid canola, cottonseed, soybean, safflower, sunflower, rice bran, grapeseed oil. Secondarily, support the liver. So support the liver with more bitters. Stay away from pasteurized cow dairy. Stay away from artificial keto sweeteners such as sucralose and aspartame. Make sure you get quality sleep. Sometimes C-reactive protein could be acutely increased from an injury or an acute stressor. So make sure you rule that out as well. But C-reactive protein, HSCRP, we want to see that under 1.0, ideally under zero point 0.5. If you're doing a lot of the things right on keto, but you're still not getting your C-reactive protein to an optimal range, you can consider doing carnivore. The carnivore diet could be really transformational. I posted my labs several years ago when I first did carnivore, 40 days of carnivore, and it took my C-reactive protein from 1.1 on day 1 to zero point 0.5 on day 40. So essentially cut it in half, just eating nothing but meat. We're going to talk more about these labs and carnivore and different metrics to look at, including lipids, during our challenge. So join us, ketocampchallenge.com. By the way, I'm also going to be doing another 40 to 60 days of carnivore very, very soon. And I'm going to do a new video and record it and do labs. It's going to be a cool experience. And then I'm going to do a 5-day water fast. Same thing, record it, do some labs and new content coming out about that. Can you stay on keto for life? You mentioned flexing. Can you add carbs? Uh, we don't recommend long-term ketosis. We love, to get metabolically flexible and healthy and to incorporate some carbohydrates. Carbohydrates have their role. A lot of people in the keto space demonize carbs, but there's a time and place for it. Now, for the majority of people, 88% plus Americans, stay away from carbs, please. Fix the metabolism, work on it, improve it. Once you become metabolically flexible, then there's a sweet spot to bring in some carbs. It is true, there's no such thing as essential carbohydrates. There is essential fats and proteins, no such thing as essential carbs. That is true. However, there's a time and place for carbs, and the goal is to bring it in. That's why I call it keto flexing. So that's what we do to bring them back in strategically. Carbs could help with thyroid, T4 to T3 conversion. It could help with breaking a weight loss stall. It could help with performance in the gym. So there's time and place for it. Aspartame can increase blood sugar levels in some people. Yeah, Gemini. Is it best to stop drinking those artificial sweeteners? I would say yes, it is best to stop drinking those artificial sweeteners. For the keto challenge, we have a starter kit that has a whole bunch of meal plans and shopping guides. Nicole says, they say black seed cold pressed oil is good for you, but I can't find one that's not vegetable cellulose. Nicole, the only black seed oil that I know, like, and trust comes in a dark glass bottle. It's cold pressed organic, is from Andreas Seed Oils. They're amazing. Fresh. Go to andreasseedoils.com and then use the coupon code KETOCAMP if you want to get them. They're amazing. I've interviewed him a couple times on the show, on the Keto Camp podcast. Tripe is great. I give that to my dog if you like it. I personally don't like the taste. Hiria is up for it. I love it, Hiria. Let's see. Hey, Dan, good to see you. Athena says, hey, Athena here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Vitamin G for you, vitamin G for you too. Suggestion for locating a natural functional practitioner, MD within insurance. Hashimoto, 73 years old. Lost 70 pounds. Congratulations. last year, learning from you, Dr. Bosmindy. Oh, great people right there. I would recommend you just do a Google search for functional MD in your area and start interviewing them. It should be an interview process because they are, you're hiring them. So I would recommend you just interview them. Now, in terms of working virtually, that's something that we do with your Keto Camp Academy. We could talk more about that, but I would do a Google search for an MD functional doctor in your area and interview them. Is it okay to consume products that lower blood sugar while fasting, like kefir? If it doesn't lower it to a point, if your ketones are up, then I don't see an issue with it. I like kefir, I like fermented veggies personally, so I have no issue with that. But if you eat that in the fasted state, it breaks the fast. Keep or drink that in fasted state, it breaks the fast, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna answer a couple more questions. What are your thoughts on the carnivore diet? I love it. We teach it. It's part of our protocol in our Keto Camp Academy. I have an entire chapter written about it in my book. I have an interview coming out this Monday with Dr. Sean O'Mara all about carnivore and visceral fat, how to burn belly fat, stubborn fat, how to get rid of it. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a great episode. We did it in person right here at Keto Camp HQ. That comes out Monday. The link to join our free 5-day keto challenge. Hey, Kim, good to see you on here. The link to join our 5-day free keto challenge is ketocampchallenge.com. The answer is yes, nurse. PCOS is a result of high insulin. We're going to talk a lot about lowering insulin during our challenge, and we're going to talk about thyroid health a bit as well. So, yes, it will be a game changer for you. Come join us October 2nd through the 6th. It's free, ketocampchallenge.com. Kim's Keto 365, you are inspirational. Love your transformation, your videos. You're amazing. I love it. Dr. Vink, playbook here is to confirm your fears and sell you things. Yeah, sure. That's the story you wanna create. You're entitled to it. Love you either way. I'm gonna answer a couple more, and then we're going to sign off. Here we go. Nancy, I had been having painful stomach gas. It wakes me up at night, even during block fast. The only relief comes from several long, unladylike burps. Any insights? Thrilled about the keto challenge. Interesting. If it's happening during a fast and a longer fast, I'm wondering if it's a toxicity issue. You might wanna consider taking some binders before bed, some liver support, maybe getting chiropractic adjustments. I'm not sure. I would need to take a deeper dive into your routine to know what's going on, but that would be my first insights on that. And I'm excited you're gonna be joining us for the challenge. It's gonna be our best one yet. It's going to be amazing. Kim, I appreciate that. What did Taylor Swift say? "Haters gonna hate, 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 hate. The baker's gonna bake, 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 bake." Yes, I'm a Swiftie. I'm sure I will benefit from a 5-day challenge. Of course, I'm hanging out with you all, my team. Anna, you will benefit. You joined us, our academy. You won that last time, so join us again. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Alright, so if you're watching on TikTok and Instagram and you wanna join us for that free 5-day keto challenge in October, click the link in my profile. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, go to ketocampchallenge.com. Join us. I will be live with you again next Wednesday. Looking forward to that. Love and appreciate you all. Thanks for spending part of your day with me. Go subscribe to the Keto Camp podcast, and I'll talk to you all very soon.